Hey guys, Dr. Stephanie here, and if you're having knee pain, you know it can be a big pain. It can really keep you doing from all of your just daily activities or even your other athletic type activities like running or walking or playing tennis or golf. So really knee pain is a big pain. So I'm going to show you some exercises that you can start doing to build up the strength in the quad and the hip muscles, because these muscles really support the knee joint. So if they're strong, you won't have as much pain in your knee. And so we're going to start from kind of basic and then get some that are a little more challenging, but all of these are going to work on building that strength and hopefully get rid of your knee pain. So we're going to start on the floor. And if you have trouble getting on the floor, you can do this on a bed or a table or wherever you want to. But the first exercise is called a short arc quad. So I've got this foam roller. I place it underneath my knees. You just need your knees to be elevated a little bit. And so if you don't have a foam roller, that's okay. You can roll up a thick towel. You can use a small pillow. You can even use a little ball. Whatever you have works. And so you're going to want to make sure you sit up super straight while you do this. You can put your hands on the ground. But you want to lift up one foot and extend your knee as much as you can, and then slowly lower that foot back down. So lift up and slowly lower your foot back down. Lift, really extending that knee, and lower back down. Now, if you're only having pain in one knee, you only have to do this on one side, but I would suggest doing it on the other leg as well, because that can actually prevent knee pain in the future. So you want to this really helps build up these quad muscles, kind of gets that end range of motion. So we're not going from all the way bent to all the way straight. We're just going from slightly bent to all the way straight. This can also help with knee extension. If you feel like you can't get your knees all the way straight, this is a good one you can try. So you just extend and then lower back down. You want to do about 2 to 3 sets of 10. And then if you're doing both sides, you can do it on the other. You can do both at the same time. Sometimes that's a little tough. It's also tough to stay in an upright seated position while you do that. So I usually recommend doing one at a time. Okay, for the next exercise, we're going to lie on our back. And most people have probably done a bridge. So the exercise is a bridge here. So you're just going to lift up, but I'm going to show you a little more challenging way to do it. So if this is still challenging for you, just up and down with a bridge, go ahead and do that. And you can do 2 or 3 sets of 10, but we're going to add a little march in. So we're going to hold our hips up like this, and then just lift one foot and lift the other foot. And you want to march back and forth. So this is getting a little core challenge. It's getting a little hip flexor challenge. And this is a great way to help your knees. But this is a little more challenging. So if you're not ready for this, just do the up and down bridge. And if you're doing this 2 to 3 sets of 10, or sometimes I like to time it, do it 15 to 30 seconds and then take a break and then do that for 2 more sets. Okay, now we're gonna go ahead and stand up, because it's good to do exercises lying down or sitting down, but it's also good to do exercises standing, because most of the time we're doing activities where we're standing, we're walking around, we're moving. So it's really important to get these functional activities. So this exercise, and if you need to hold on to something, you can, but you're going to stand on one leg, the leg that is painful, so the knee that's painful, although you can do this on both. Bend your knee slightly like this, and then you're going to take the other leg, tap your foot out to the side, and then come back. So tap and come back. And the goal is to really keep your weight on this leg you're standing on. Keep that knee slightly bent too. You don't want it locked out. So you're going to just tap out here and back. Tap and back. So we're working on balance. We're working on quad strength. We're working on hip strength and stability here. So you're just tapping out and back. Tapping out and back. And this is a good beginner standing one. It may seem hard, but if you're holding on to something or you're using something for balance, it's a really good beginner exercise. And then when you're ready, you can let go of that and do it just not holding on to anything. You can still do it next to a counter or a chair just in case, but you can gradually start working on more balance. So 2 to 3 sets of 10, and then if you want to or need to, you can do it on the other side as well. So just tap out to the side, keeping this knee bent, tap out and back, out and back. 2 to 3 sets of 10 on each side. Then we're gonna grab onto this yellow band and place it around our thighs right here, right above our knees. And I'm gonna show you 2 more challenging ways to do this, but we're gonna do a side step. So you wanna bend your knees slightly, because when you bend your knees, your knees aren't locked out, kind of resting on your ligaments. You're really working on those quad and those hip muscles. So bend your knees slightly. You just wanna take a step to the side and together, side, together, side, together. I like to do this for 30 seconds to a minute. Make sure your feet stay pointed straight and you keep a little resistance in the band. And then you can do 2 or 3 sets of that 30 seconds to a minute. If that feels easy, and it's harder than it looks, but you can place this band down around your ankles and do the same thing. That makes it a little bit more challenging. And again, 30 seconds to a minute. And then once that feels easy, or you just want a little bit more of a challenge, place that band around your feet and do the same thing. So that's even more challenging. So it's kind of a good way to progress this exercise. And you'll feel this burning in your hips and your glutes. So just like that, with it around your feet. Okay, let's take that off. And this last exercise is one you've probably done before and maybe didn't like so much, but it's a wall sit. So you lean up against the wall, back against the wall, feet about shoulder width apart, kind of in front of you a little, and you slide down till the goal is your hips and knees both bent to 90 degrees. Now, if you can't hold this, come up a little bit to wherever you're comfortable, but make sure your knees are bent some, so you're really getting some quad strengthening there. And then once you've gotten stronger and you're ready to get into this lower sitting position, you just wanna sit here and you wanna hold it for as long as you can, up to 30 seconds. So not forever. And some people do this in high school as punishment in a sport, and you do hold it forever. But the goal is to do 3 sets of 30 seconds. And this is just a great one for improving quad strength, which improving that quad strength can really decrease the stress on your knees. So try to do this for up to 30 seconds. Try to just hold, and then you can take a break and try to do that 2 more times. And again, you can do like a partial squat to start with, and then gradually get lower as you get stronger. But all of these exercises are gonna help build strength and decrease any knee pain you have. If you're not having knee pain, or if you've had it in the past, these exercises can also help prevent it. So they're really important exercises to just add to your routine.